Hello students, now we are at the last part, that is fifth part of thermodynamics. Start with Born-Haber cycle. Lattice enthalpy of an ionic compound is the enthalpy change which occurs when 1 mole of an ionic compound dissociates into its ions in gaseous state. It is not possible to determine lattice energy of ionic compound by direct experiment. So we construct an enthalpy diagram called Born-Haber cycle. In this slide, you are seeing a flow chart representation, and in the coming slide you will see how to write in the theoretical form or in the numerical form. Here we are discussing NaCl. Taking it as Na plus and Cl negative. Then it will give Na plus and half Cl2. And there is standard enthalpy of formation change, standard enthalpy of sublimation, and their amounts are shown on the flow chart. You need not to learn their values. These values will be given. And there is total electron gain enthalpy value is given. Electron gain for Cl negative. Now I can represent that flow chart in this way. One route is, first step, change sodium solid to sodium gas. Second step, change this sodium gas to sodium ion by loss of 1 electron. Third step, change Cl2 gas into Cl negative gas, twice of Cl gas. Next step, change this Cl gas into Cl negative by gain of electron. Fifth step, Na positive and Cl negative, they combine to give NaCl solid. Another route, this Na solid combine with half of Cl2 gas to give NaCl solid. And as per Hess's law, what was Hess's law? Sum of all type of the enthalpies will be equal to the total enthalpy. So put all the values and you will get the answer 788 kilojoule. Now what is entropy and Gibbs function? Spontaneity. A spontaneous process which can take place by itself. Speed of spontaneous reaction varies from very slow to fast. For example, dissolution of NaCl in water. CO gets oxidized to CO2 on its own. A process which can neither take place by itself or by initiation is called non-spontaneous. Driving forces for spontaneous process: number 1, tendency for minimum energy state. Number 2, tendency for maximum randomness. Now what is entropy? It is the measure of degree of randomness or disorderness of a system. Entropy is minimum in solid state and maximum in gaseous state. So delta S is S final minus S initial. So delta S is delta H upon T, where H is enthalpy and T is temperature. Entropy in the state of matter is like, gas has maximum entropy, then liquid, then solid. Because molecules of gas are much farthest than molecules of liquid, than molecules of solid. And units of entropy is joule per Kelvin mole. Second law of thermodynamics. The entropy of universe is continuously increasing due to spontaneous processes taking place in it. Delta S of system plus delta S of surrounding is greater than 0. So total entropy will be greater than 0. If total entropy is less than 0, the process is non-spontaneous, means it cannot take place by its own. A spontaneous process cannot be reversed. Now Gibbs free energy delta G. It is equal to the minimum amount of useful work done by the system. Gibbs function G is defined as the thermodynamic quantity of the system. the decrease in whose value during a process is equal to the useful work done by the system. It is an extensive property. G is equal to H minus Ts. The change in Gibbs energy is given by delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S, where G is Gibbs function, delta H is enthalpy change of a reaction, T delta S is energy which is not available to useful work. So delta G is net energy available to do useful work and is thus the measure of the free energy. If delta G is negative, reaction is spontaneous. If delta G is 0, the reaction is at equilibrium. If delta G is positive, the reaction is non-spontaneous. Effect of temperature on delta G. Let's start with this. We are studying the effect of temperature on delta G. Here is a table in front of you. In fact, this very small table is the essence of the concept spontaneous and non-spontaneous. If delta H is negative and delta S is positive, then what will be value of delta G? You can calculate by putting in delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. And it is at any temperature. You can solve for low temperature, you can solve for high temperature. Value of delta G will come out to negative. It means reaction is spontaneous. Because if delta G is negative, reaction is spontaneous. If delta G is positive, reaction is non-spontaneous. Next, if delta H is negative, delta S is negative, then what is value of delta G at low temperature? It will come out to negative. And if at high temperature, then it will come out to positive. Naturally, when delta G is negative, then it is spontaneous. When delta G is positive, it is non-spontaneous. If both delta H and delta S are positive, then delta G will be positive at low temperature. But at high temperature, it will be negative. You can easily calculate it just by putting the values plus, minus, plus, plus or plus, minus, minus, plus, whatever. And you can get the value of delta G. Now Gibbs energy change in a reaction. Delta G naught R is equal to delta G naught of the product minus delta G naught of the reactant. Means total Gibbs energy change for product minus Gibbs energy change for the reactant. Relationship between G and equilibrium constant. G is equal to minus 2.303 RT log Kc, where Kc is equilibrium constant. Now entropy change in a reaction. Now entropy change for a reaction. Similarly, you can just change G by S. It will become delta S naught for the reaction is delta S naught for the product minus delta S naught for the reactant. Now third law of thermodynamics. The entropy of a perfectly crystalline substance is 0 at 0 Kelvin. So here the chapter completes. In fact, chapter of thermodynamics is very small and interesting also. Prepare the chapter in your notebook. So thank you so much.